Why did you choose to put your art in the Museum of Childhood?
Well, the Museum of Childhood was somewhere that I used to come to when I was a little kid. And my mum always said that when I saw the dolls' houses, my eyes just opened really, really wide. And they couldn't get me to leave as I looked and inspected inside every house. And I always thought about dolls' houses throughout all my life. And I started collecting them. And I had a dark room in my studio where I used to just go and play with them and make this installation. And then I'd shown it a few times and I thought, well, where would be a good place for it to live and have a home? So I got in touch with the Museum of Childhood and asked them. I told them the story that I was very inspired by it when I was a child, and asked them if I could donate the piece to them, and they said, oh, yes, please. So that's how we've done it.
Why are you interested in doll houses?
Well, what I like about dolls' houses is because people that own the dolls' houses, they decorate them and they think about them and they put little people in them and they make stories up, and they have lots of different lives, and they've had lots and lots of people looking at them and playing with them. So it's like all of those stories and things in one little place. That's why I like them.
Do you make your houses or buy them?
All the houses in that piece I bought. And I bought, or I was given them by friends, or I got them in jumble sales or in second-hand shops. But we made all the crates and the plinths and things that it sits on. And we put all of the lighting in it, which is got a very small electrician that goes in there, works on the houses.
Why don't you add furniture or people in your doll's house?
Well, when I got all the dolls' houses, some did have furniture and people in them, but I decided that I wanted to take all of that out and to strip them all down to the sort of bare minimum and just put in the little electrics and the lights, so that when you looked in there, you could make up all the stories yourself. Because if you had people in there, they would help make the story up. But if there was no one in there, then you could think, what happened?
Is there a reason or a moral behind your sculptures?
I know now, because I'm quite old, that when I make things, I have to sort of mean them. A lot of the things that I've done has a sort of political edge to it, and it might have a reference to family or people or things like that. But some of it can also be quite abstract, so it really depends how you want to interpret the things that I make.
Who's the art for, kids or adults?
Well, the art's for everybody, for children and adults. And for families, for people to see together, I think that's a nice thing, especially for that piece, because children really like responding to it, and so do adults and grandparents, and there's lots of people had dolls' houses and they can all respond to them and think about them together.